Um, what's going on? Today we're gonna be doing top 5 one-man pages, meaning that one man killed hundreds of people in the matter, not hundreds, or just rampages in general, I guess. Alright, so starting off with number 5, Pyru sign screams the Pakistan army to death. By this, I mean legit screams. So in 1947, the newly independent states of Pakistan, hang on, an ad decides to take up the screen. It's like, no, Alan wants to do a top 5. Let's go ahead and screw him over before it even gets started. Anyway, so in 1947, the newly independent states of Pakistan and India began the first of many wars over the province of Kashmir, seeking control of the world's supply of sweaters and casual throws. In the summer of 1948, the AZN, the Pakistan Army of Kashmir, attacked the village of Taithwal, I think it's pronounced, yeah, and surrounded the area with a securely placed machine gun nest. And over time, the company Havildar Sergeant Major Sai was part of the riflemen, a troop ordered to retake the mountain ridges now occupied by the AZN. The Indian counter-offense force soon machine guns. I can't even speak. What am I doing? Machine gun nests with the sheer drops on either side of the valleys below, so they had machine guns legit pointing down over the village. Like, there was no escape on all 4 sides of the village. Because there's only 4 sides to each town. They legit had machine gun nests set up. And they were firing directly into the center. They ended up calling this the death funnel. Because so many people have died in one area because they were shooting in the main populated area near the markets, I guess. The flood tunnel. I like that. Start using that. Anyway, the Indian infantry stormed up the path and was okay, car. The path was predictably cut into pieces. They suffered over 50% of casualties. So out of the hundreds of people that went up there, only 50% made it back. And the machine gun that they were using, I think it was an MK-103, which is a very, very small Chinese-built machine gun. Pretty much, it had like a round barrel, solid round barrel, a solid round firing muzzle, and it had the M1911 Browning hand grips with a very poorly built loading station. Alright, so let's get on to the rampage of this. This guy looks like the next mistake. So, this guy, Sai, picked up his submachine gun and charged up alone toward an AZN position. The rest of the selection, 10 or so men, provided covering fire. He merrily made it all the way up the path with belling. His name, with a guy's name apparently is Raja Ramchard, the caterpillar dude, without being killed. So he ran up like towards a machine gun nest completely just by covering fire. No bullets were ever hitting the nest. They were just shooting to scare the people into thinking that they were getting shot at, right? But they probably weren't, like the little cowards they are. And he stormed in, I guess, and he threw charges into a machine gun nest, and he was legit. When they blew the charges, I think more than a couple 50 or so people were killed in the explosion. He wasn't. He lived as a hero and a bloody half-naked Dolly Mustachio screaming personification of rage. That's legit what they have for his thing. Alright, cool. Let's move on to number 4. They titled this one Thomas Alfred. I'm pretty sure everyone knows who Thomas Alfred is. I learned about this guy in history. He doesn't need an army at all. So this guy was, So, Todger is an old army timing slang for the word penis, I guess. Good job. That's what our army did back in the day. He was part of the British Army during the Somme Offense, the single greatest loss of Britain, as it should be pronounced, but they said British. Look at that save. He was also in the French village Ooh, nice. So this guy, he was getting shot at with a enemy sniper. I think one of the second most accurate snipers known. He was charging towards the guy, right? And he was displaying his army's flag. Like, what kind of a bad aid do you have to be to charge an enemy sniper and whip out your flag and be like, hey, yo, listen here. This is my land. It's what we did to the Indians. We took their land. Christopher Columbus didn't find America. He should be on this one-man rage thing. He didn't discover this. He took it. He took it. That's exactly what it did. Anyway. So he displayed a white flag after the fact that he already whipped out his flag. He displayed the surrender flag. And he remained unarmed through his journey alone until he eventually reached the other side. The side with the German trenches, full of Germans. Like, I'm talking about hundreds to thousands of Germans in these trenches, just waiting to ambush someone, and or it could have been one of their bases. There was hundreds, right? He was completely unaware of what he was doing as he leaped down into a firing pin. He was actually... No, I wouldn't classify this as the smartest thing to do. So, in video games and stuff, in real life, we think of hip firing, right? Like, every time we think of hip firing, we submachine guns, shotguns, all the good stuff that has really high fire. No, this guy was running around with a bolt-action shotgun, sniper rifle, hip firing with a sniper. True legend. Savage. Complete savage. 100% savage. If I ever learn how to do these little animation things, I'm gonna slap 100% savage on the screen. If it didn't pop up, then I'm retarded and you guys need to send me money. No, I'm kidding. No, don't do that. So, Jones turned into a, Jones turned and casually shot the guy dead. The guy that he was running from, dead. He shot him dead. He just turned around, shot, and I guess, lucky enough, the bullet ricocheted off of something and hit the guy, right? And he ended up dying. And he ended up finding a rescue party near him on his way back to a camp, and he saved many prisoners as he went along. Okay, number 3. George Carnes captures a high hill single-handedly, literally. So what this guy did is he stormed, as he was running, the Japanese had control of this hill, and he had no gun whatsoever, and he used nothing but a bayonet, a Japanese-styled katana blade, in the melee of a Japanese soldier, hacked off his left arm, and he continued to fight. And he still stormed the hill. He still got the hill. After watching his own arm getting lopped off, Carnes managed to kill the Japanese officer with one arm. And the Japanese guy had guns. Good fight. Good fight. He retrieved the man's sword with one silver remaining is sustained solely by his righteous anger. So this guy was just pretty much walking off of his own adrenaline. Nice. Not only did he take back the hill, but it wasn't even the end, guys. Wasn't even the end, right? The rest of him, you know, him, wink wink. You should have helped me out there. Should have gave me a hand for that one. Yeah. It's from forward. They like these guys, man. These guys that I'm reading. I can't even read right now. Like, I'm legit trying to play a video game at the same time as read because this is a live stream, and my Elgato is being a cock right now, so I can't like pre-record it and then voice over it. So my bad. But yeah, with a knife, he took over. Wait, what the hell? Alright, so the list stops at number 3. I should have went over that before I actually did the video, but since that was the last one, let's go ahead and do our recap on these guys. So, number 1, or number 5, was an Asian Pakistani, known as, where's his name? Raja Rakama Kaijai. You guys can find this list at www.cranked.com/article _18810 the 5 most epic one-man rampages in history of war.html. In case I forget to go ahead and do that, you guys can go back and listen to that, even though I stuttered so much. But yeah, let's end this off with a bang.